Hello everyone, welcome to prevent a solution given this nice exponential equation which is x to power 6, this is equal to 5 to power 6. So what is the value of x? Now solution here, we have that x to power 6, this is equal to 5 to power 6. Now let's take 5 to power 6 on the left hand side so that we'll have x to power 6 subtract 5 to power 6, this is equal to 0. Now, we can express x to power 6 as x to power 3 squared subtract 5 to power 3 squared. This is equal to 0. So we are saying we can express x to power 6 as x to power 3 squared minus 5 to power 6 as 5 to power 3 squared. This is equal to 0. Now, this is actually in the form of a squared minus b squared, which is actually the difference of two squares expressed as a plus b, a minus b. So here, we find that the value of a here, this is x to power 3, that is a, and b is equal to 5 to power 3. So the first thing here, a plus b, this is the same thing as x to power 3 plus 5 to power 3, and this is equal to 0. So this, let's call this case 1, and we have that a minus b, this can be expressed as x to power 3 subtract 5 to power 3, this is equal to 0. Let's call this case 2. Now, for case 1, we have x to power 3 plus 5 to power 3, this is equal to 0. Actually, this is the sum of two cubes expressed as a cubed plus b cubed, which we can express as a plus b, a squared minus ab plus b squared. Now, applying this identity, x to power 3 plus 5 to power 3, this can be expressed as x plus 5. This is x squared subtract 5x plus 5 squared, which is equal to 25. Now, all this is equal to 0. Now, we have two parts here. We have x plus 5, this is equal to 0. And we have the second part here, which is x to power 2 subtract 5x plus 25, this is equal to 0. Now, x plus 5 is equal to 0. I can call this one x1. This is equal to negative 5. So this is x1, the first solution. So let's solve the other solutions in this quadratic equation, which is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. This is equal to 0. So in this quadratic equation, a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 5, and c is equal to 25. The next step here, let's solve for the values of x2 and x3, applying the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all this divided by 2 times a. Substituting the values of a, b, and c, we'll have negative 5 plus or minus the square root of negative 5 squared subtract 4 times 1 times c, which is 25, all this divided by 2 times 1. So the second step here, negative times negative 5, this is actually 5, plus or minus the square root of, now we have negative 5 squared, this is 25, okay, subtract, now we have 25 times 4, this is actually 100, all this divided by 2. In the second step here, we have 5 plus or minus, we have 25 minus 100, this is negative 75, all this divided by 2. So let's proceed here. This is 5 plus or minus, we can express the square root of negative 75 as 25 multiplied by 3 multiplied by negative 1, all this divided by 2. So that now here we'll have 5 plus or minus the square root of 25, this is actually 5, the square root of negative 1, this is I, and then we have square root of 3, all this divided by 2. Now here we have 5 plus or minus 5i square root of 3 divided by 2. So that means that we have x2 equal to 5 plus 5I square root of 3 divided by 2. And we have x3 equal to 5 subtract 5I square root of 3, all this divided by 2. So we have x2 and x3. So let's proceed to solve case 2. For case 2, we have x to power 3 minus 5 to power 3. This is equal to 0. And this is actually the difference of 2 cubed expressed as a cubed minus b cubed, which you can express as a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared. Applying this property, you will have x to power 3, subtract 5 to power 3. This can be expressed as x minus 5. Then here we'll have x squared plus 5x plus 5 squared, which is 25. All this is equal to 0. Now here we have two parts. The first part is x subtract 5. This is equal to 0. And we have the quadratic part, which is x squared plus 5x plus 25. This is equal to 0. So here we have that x4, this is equal to 5. We have x4 is equal to 5. And now we have the quadratic equation where we have a equal to 1, b equal to 5, and c equal to 25. So to solve for this quadratic equation, that is x5 and x6, we apply the quadratic formula, that's negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all this divided by 2 times a. Let's substitute these values of a, b, and c. So here we have negative 5 plus or minus the square root of b squared here. This is 5 squared minus 4 times 1 times c, which is 25. All this divided by 2 times 1. So here we'll have negative 5 plus or minus the square root of 5 squared. This is 25. Subtract 4 times 25. This is 100. Then all this divided by 2. The next phase here will have negative 5 plus or minus. Now we have 25 minus 100. This is negative 75, which is, okay, negative 75 divided by 2. Now we have negative 5 plus or minus the square root of 25 times 3 times negative 1. So this is the same thing as negative 5 plus or minus the square root of 25. This is 5. Square root of negative 1. This is I. Then we have square root of 3. All this divided by 2. So now this implies that this is two complex roots. That is x5. This is equal to negative 5 plus 5I square root of 3 divided by 2. And we have x6, which is equal to negative 5 subtract 5I square root of 3 divided by 2. And that implies that we have 6 solutions here. We have 6 solutions. Given that x1 is equal to negative 5, we have x2 and x3. These are two complex roots, which is 5 plus or minus 5I, the square root of 3, divided by 2. And we have x4 equal to 5. And then we have x5 and x6 given us negative 5 plus or minus 5I square root of 3. All this divided by 2. So these are the 6 solutions that we have solved. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and subscribe. See you in the next video.